Hello, and welcome to Wednesday's Words of Worship. You know, there are many times in our lives that we are forced to compromise, perhaps to keep peace in the family, to get something accomplished in a business deal, or maybe compromise on the color or model of something we purchase to make it more affordable. But with all the turmoil in our world today, one thing we cannot compromise is biblical truth. In Romans 12, Paul passionately pleads with the Christians in the church at Rome, and he says this: "Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will." Paul reminds the Christians that they had received mercy and God's righteousness, and that because of this great gift, they should be motivated to live lives of worship and gratitude, and that such a blessing came with individual obligations and an obligation of the church to not conform to the corrupt culture in which they were living. They were to be different, to live lives where they were searching for God's will and living according to God's will and seeking His purpose for their lives. And in doing this, they could be an example to those around them in Rome. In our world today, saying that we live in a corrupt culture is almost an understatement. I noticed that yesterday on my calendar was Human Trafficking Awareness Day. And we hear more and more about this vile practice of evil people making money by selling children and others to people who are bereft of any type of morality and decency. So where do we stand as individuals and as a church? Are we conforming to the patterns of this world, or are we resisting with biblical truth and morality and renewing our minds on a daily basis by seeking after God and His will and His purpose? You know, just like the Christians of the church at Rome, we have been given a great gift of mercy and God's righteousness. And it should motivate us to be witnesses to the light of Christ in this dark and evil world. I hope that you will take time to seek Him today, and that you will not conform to the pattern of this world. Hey, thanks for listening. I'm Kevin, and I hope to see you again next week.